You wake up, grab your phone, scroll for 20 minutes before your feet even touch the floor. You tell yourself today will be different. Today you'll study. Today you'll be productive. Today you'll finally get your life together. But then you don't. You sit down to work and your brain feels like it's wrapped in fog. You open your notes but end up on Instagram. You watch one quick video that turns into an hour. You feel tired even though you slept 8 hours. You feel guilty even though you haven't done anything wrong. And the worst part? You know what you should be doing. You just can't make yourself do it. If this sounds like you, I need you to hear something important. You're not lazy, you're not broken. Your brain is just stuck in a dopamine trap. And here's the good news. You can fix it. Not in months, not in years, in just 7 days. This isn't about willpower, this isn't about motivation. This is about rewiring how your brain experiences reward so that hard things feel easier and easy distractions lose their grip on you. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete day-by-day reset plan that actually works. No extreme rules, no cold showers at 4 a.m. Just simple, science-backed changes that fit into a normal student life. Let's fix your brain. Why your brain feels broken. Before we jump into the 7 days, you need to understand what's actually happening inside your head. Dopamine isn't the pleasure chemical like most people think. It's actually the anticipation chemical. It's what makes you want things, not what makes you enjoy things. When you scroll social media, your brain gets tiny hits of dopamine every few seconds. New post, dopamine, funny video, dopamine, notification, dopamine. Your brain starts to expect this constant stimulation. And when you try to do something that doesn't deliver instant rewards, like studying, reading, or working on a project, your brain literally rebels. It says, "This is boring. This is hard. Let's go back to the easy stuff. This is why you feel restless. This is why you can't focus. This is why you procrastinate even on things you actually want to do. Your baseline dopamine is too high from artificial sources, and everything else feels flat in comparison. The reset works by lowering that baseline, by giving your brain a break from constant stimulation, so that normal, meaningful activities start to feel rewarding again. Think of it like this. If you eat sugar all day, an apple tastes like cardboard. But after a week of eating clean, that same apple tastes incredible. We're going to do the same thing for your brain. Day 1. The foundation. Day 1 is about awareness, not perfection. Morning. When you wake up, do not touch your phone for the first 30 minutes. I know this sounds impossible. Do it anyway. Your brain is most impressionable in the morning. The first thing you consume sets the tone for your entire day. If you flood it with notifications and content immediately, you're starting already overstimulated. Instead, do something boring. Make your bed, drink water, sit with your thoughts for 5 minutes. Let your brain wake up naturally. Afternoon. Track your screen time. Don't try to change it yet. Just look at the numbers. Most people are shocked when they see they're spending 4 to 6 hours daily on their phones. Write down your 3 biggest digital time wasters. For most students, it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or gaming. No judgment, just awareness. Evening. Put your phone in another room 1 hour before bed. Use an actual alarm clock if you need to. The blue light isn't even the main problem. It's the mental stimulation. Your brain needs time to wind down before sleep. Day 1 is simple. Notice your patterns. Create small boundaries. Plant the seeds. Day 2, the removal. Now we start removing the easy dopamine sources. Morning, delete social media apps from your phone. Not your accounts, just the apps. You can still access them from a computer if you really need to. This creates friction. And friction is your best friend during a reset. When checking Instagram requires opening a browser, logging in, and waiting for it to load, suddenly it's not so appealing. Afternoon. Turn off all non-essential notifications, every single one. Keep calls and messages from real humans. Delete everything else. Every notification is a small dopamine hit. Every buzz pulls your attention away from what matters. You're not missing anything important. You're protecting your focus. Evening. Find one analog activity you can do instead of scrolling. Reading a physical book, journaling, drawing, going for a walk, playing an instrument. It will feel boring at first, that's the point. You're teaching your brain that boredom is okay, that you don't need constant entertainment to exist. Day 2 feels uncomfortable. That discomfort means it's working. Day 3, the replacement. Removing bad habits creates a vacuum. If you don't fill it with something positive, you'll slide right back. Morning. Add one small productive task before you check any device. It could be 10 minutes of studying, 5 push-ups, writing 3 things you're grateful for. This is called eating the frog. Do the slightly hard thing first. Your brain will thank you later. Afternoon. When you feel the urge to scroll, pause for 3 seconds. Just 3 seconds. Ask yourself, what am I actually looking for right now? Usually the answer is escape, from boredom, from stress, from a task you're avoiding. Name the feeling. Then choose a better response. Go for a 5-minute walk. Do 10 jumping jacks. Splash cold water on your face. Evening. Reflect on one moment today where you resisted the urge. Write it down. Celebrate it. Your brain needs to associate the hard choice with positive feelings. Every small win builds the new pathway. Day 3 is about building the replacement habits that will carry you forward. Day 4, the deep work. By day 4, the fog starts to lift. Let's use that momentum. Morning. Try one focused work session of 25 minutes. No phone in the room, no tabs open except what you need. Just you and the task. This is called the Pomodoro technique, and it works because it makes focus feel manageable. Anyone can focus for 25 minutes. Afternoon. Notice how you feel after completing that session. Probably better than after 25 minutes of scrolling. This is real dopamine, earned dopamine, the kind that comes from effort and accomplishment, not artificial stimulation. Do a second session if you can. Don't force it. 2 focused hours beat 8 distracted ones. Evening plan. Tomorrow's most important task before bed. Just one thing. When you wake up, you'll know exactly what to do. Decision fatigue is real. Eliminate it the night before. Day 4 shows you what your brain is actually capable of when it's not drowning in distractions. Day 5, the social reset. Dopamine issues aren't just about phones. They're also about how we connect with people. Morning, reach out to one friend with a real message. Not a meme, not a reaction. An actual "how are you doing" conversation. Real human connection releases oxytocin and serotonin. These are the chemicals that create lasting happiness, not fleeting pleasure. Afternoon. Spend time with someone in person if possible. Study together, get coffee, take a walk. Our brains evolved for face-to-face interaction. Social media is a poor substitute. It gives us the illusion of connection while leaving us lonelier than before. Evening, notice how different you feel after real social time versus screen time. The energy is completely different. Day 5 reminds you what genuine reward feels like. Day 6, the challenge, you've built momentum. Now let's test it. Morning, try a longer focus session, 45 minutes to an hour. One task, full attention. Your brain will resist. Thoughts will pop up. I should check my email. I wonder who texted me. Maybe I'll just take a quick break. Let those thoughts pass. They're just old habits dying. Don't engage with them. Return to the work. Afternoon, do something physical. Exercise releases brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which literally helps your brain create new neural pathways. You don't need a gym. Walk for 30 minutes. Do a YouTube workout in your room. Dance to 3 songs. Movement is medicine for a dopamine-starved brain. Evening, reflect on the past 6 days. What's been hardest? What surprised you? What do you want to carry forward? Write it down. Awareness creates lasting change. Day 6 proves to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. Day 7, the new normal. This isn't about returning to your old life. It's about building a new one. Morning, wake up without your phone. Do your morning routine. Notice how natural it feels now compared to day 1. This is neuroplasticity in action. Your brain has physically changed in just 1 week. Afternoon, you can reintroduce some digital activities with intention. Maybe you add one social media app back, but with a 15-minute daily limit, and notifications still off. The goal isn't to live like a monk forever. It's to be in control, to use technology as a tool, not let it use you. Evening, make a commitment for the next week. What habits will you keep? What boundaries will you maintain? The reset doesn't end on day 7. It's the beginning of a new relationship with your attention, your time, and your brain. Why this actually works. I know some of you are skeptical. 7 days can't really change anything. But here's what the science says. Dopamine receptors begin to upregulate within just a few days of reduced stimulation. That means your brain becomes more sensitive to natural rewards again. New neural pathways start forming after consistent repetition. A week of new habits creates the foundation. A month solidifies them. And most importantly, the hardest part of any change is starting. Once you have momentum, continuing becomes easier. You won't be a completely different person after 7 days, but you'll be someone who knows they can do hard things. someone who's broken free from the scroll, someone who's taken back control, and that person can do anything. Final thoughts. Listen, I know how it feels to be stuck, to watch yourself waste hours on nothing, to know exactly what you should do and still not do it, to feel like something is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. You're living in a world designed to hijack your attention. Apps have teams of engineers whose entire job is to keep you scrolling. You're fighting against billions of dollars of manipulation technology. The fact that you're here, watching this, looking for a way out, that already makes you different. Most people never try, they just accept the fog as normal. They assume they're lazy, they give up on themselves. But not you. You're about to do something most people never will. You're going to take 7 days and fix your brain. You're going to prove to yourself that focus is possible, that motivation isn't magic, that you have more control than you think. It won't be easy. Days 2 and 3 will be uncomfortable. Your brain will tell you this is stupid, that you should quit, that one more scroll won't hurt. Don't listen. Push through. Trust the process. And by day 7, you'll feel like a different person. You deserve a brain that works for you, not against you. You deserve to feel excited about your goals, not exhausted by them. You deserve to look back at this week and feel proud. So start tomorrow. Day 1. No phone for 30 minutes. Track your screen time. Put your phone away before bed. That's it. That's the beginning. If this video helped you, hit that like button so more students can find it. Subscribe if you want more videos on building focus, beating procrastination, and actually getting your life together. And share this with that one friend who's always on their phone. I believe in you. Now go reset your brain.